Hi everyone, welcome to Learn to Grow, Not to Know. So in this video, I will be teaching the fundamental rights of Indian citizens. So before we start the fundamental rights, we need to understand the Constitution of India. The fundamental rights are written in this book. So we need to understand what is the Constitution of India and why is it important. See, the rules are very important, whether it is school or colleges or institution, for smooth functioning, right? So just as these rules are necessary for smooth functioning of any organization or institutions, similarly our society that we all live in has some rules to follow. Okay, so these rules are written in the Constitution of India. As we know that India is a diverse country where people speak different languages, they follow different religion, they have different culture, right? So for this reason, different rules are made, different rights and duties are formed in this Constitution of India. Okay, so this is the book Constitution of India that contains all the basic rules, rights, fundamental duties. Accordingly, country is structured and managed is called the Constitution. Now, who made this Indian Constitution? There were many members. There were group of people, or we can say body of representatives were chosen for framing this Constitution of India. Okay, there were people like Jawaharlal Nehru, Sarojini Naidu, Rajendra Prasad, Dr. BabaSaheb Ambedkar. These were some of the important members of the Constituent Assembly. Now, what is the Constituent Assembly? This is the body of representatives or a group of people, those who are chosen for framing the Constitution. This body is known as the Constituent Assembly. Now, Dr. BabaSaheb Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee that drafted the Constitution. So, he is also known as the father of the Indian Constitution. And Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of this Constituent Assembly. He was the president of the Constituent Assembly, and Dr. BabaSaheb Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee who has drafted the Constitution. Okay, the planning of the Constitution. So it was done by Dr. BabaSaheb Ambedkar. So that's why he is also known as the father of the Indian Constitution. Now, the Indian Constitution is the longest constitution in the world, and it is the longest handwritten constitution. It was not printed nor typed. So it was handwritten by Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada. See, this is the picture of this person, Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada. He had written this Indian Constitution, and he took nearly 3 years to write it down. Okay, so this was the little explanation about the Indian Constitution. Now, need of a constitution, as I told you earlier, for smooth functioning of a country or society, we need constitution, we need proper rules, proper rights and duties. So this is the importance of constitution. To give equal rights to the people of the country, we need Constitution of India. Now we'll see the 6 fundamental rights of Indian Constitution, which are written in the book. So first right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and the last one, right to constitutional remedies. What are rights? Rights are the privileges, basic privileges which are given to the people of the country. So first right is right to equality, which is given to each and everyone who is Indian citizen. Right to equality ensures that all the citizens are treated equally. Any person equality before the law, or the equal protection of the law within the territory of India. So equal protection to the people of the country. Second, no discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth. Third, equality of opportunity in public employment. So equal opportunity to all the people of the country. Abolition of untouchability. The practice of untouchability is abolished. Practicing untouchability in any form is a crime. So that is abolition of untouchability. Abolition of titles. Titles like Raja, Maharaja, etc. have been abolished. This was about the right to equality. Now second right to freedom. Freedom of speech and expression. So freedom of speech and expression is the right to each and every individual who is citizen of the country. Freedom of assembly, peacefully without weapons. So freedom to assemble peacefully without weapons is the right of Indian citizen. Freedom to form associations or groups. Freedom of movement. So freedom of movement means you can reside or settle in any part of India. Freedom of profession, occupation, trade or business. This was the right to freedom. Now right against exploitation. No child below 14 years should be employed in factories, mines or any dangerous place for work. So that is the right against exploitation, and forcing people to work without payment or very less payment is prohibited in this right against exploitation. Next right is right to freedom of religion. Right to freedom of religion. So citizens are free to follow any religion of their choice, equal respect to all religions, and it provides freedom not to pay taxes for religious expenses on the promotion or maintenance of any particular religion. So you can follow any religion, whatever you want. So that is the right to freedom of religion. Next right is cultural and educational right. Now every community has the right to preserve, protect and develop its own culture, its own language and traditions. Each community can effectively conserve its language, script or culture by and through an education. They can open their own educational institution. So all community, whether based on religion or language, shall have the right to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice. So this was the cultural and educational rights. Now next right is right to constitutional remedies. Now in this right, it helps to protect all the other fundamental rights. It enables members of the society to go to the courts if any of the other fundamental rights are denied to them. So this is the right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies ensures citizens to go to the Supreme Court of India to ask for enforcement or protection against violation of their other fundamental rights, other 5 fundamental rights. This is the right of Indian citizens. So these are the 6 fundamental rights of Indian Constitution, which are written in Indian Constitution, and it is the duty of the citizens to exercise their rights in such a way that the rights of the other people are not infringed. Okay, thank you. Like, share and subscribe my channel. Learn to grow, not to know.